Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the history of St. Augustine. Quite interesting. He was born in Algeria, North Africa. The priest. This is for the christening.
Nagkaligaw kita Lord, sa ngalan sa Amahan, sa Anak, sa Espiritu Santo. Inuwala ang kaninyo. Panginoon, magandang pagkakaroon sa pagharal, hindi sa ating sa misa, sa ating mga magsasala, magsasala ko kaya, at ang musulan at ang mga sala na ayon sa Ginoo sa ikalubo ng pumapasan. Nag-umpisa ako sa Diyos, makatagao sa kanan. O kanino na Igsoon na nagkalapas sa kapihan. Sa una-una, sa hulog, sa buhay. Sa wala pagbuhat, sa kinahanglang buhay. Kaya ako salamat, ako salamat. Usa at uliwat po kang Santa Maria, Maray Ulan. Sa tagaan ng mga santos, kung kaninyo ay Igsoon, aron ninyo po sa Ginoo na Diyos. Talunan na kita sa Diyos sa makagagamit sa kanan. Masayo mo sa akong mga sala, dahil mo kita niya ato sa kinabuhi. Nalayo.
Even they bring the jeepney, the people, right straight to the Mass. The jeepney comes into the church parking lot. This may very well be the christening party also. I'm not sure. No, it's not. I'm not sure if they've arrived yet or they're already up in the front, and they have these little concessions where they sell fried, I'm not real sure what they are, fried something. There's the belfry up there. I think that was the original belfry in the back. And this is the area that they have their events in for the fiesta of St. Augustine. This place was packed a few weeks ago. Very nice churchyard, actually. Nice jeepney. I like those colors. Oh no, that's not St. Augustine. Alright, we'll give you, I'm not real sure who this person is. Could be St. Augustine. Got a paddle, gotta like that. Let's go look for St. Augustine. I know he's around here somewhere. Ah, there he is. Right across the street are some of the local cuisine. And there is the elementary school along there. They've just expanded it in several directions. Those altar boys are ringing the bell, which reminds me, if you people are watching this video, you need to remember to ring the bell on my channel, because Google in their infinite wisdom keeps unsubscribing my steady subscribers for 8 years for some unknown reason. So there is St. Augustine. We'll go visit. I wish I could overlay a video of what this part of the Bohol looked like 2 years ago, even 3 years ago and 4 years ago. About 50% of the stores that are in this area now were not here 4 years ago. Ah, you wish to buy a candle and Mayan buntag.
Oh, may buntag.
Now you can get the perspective of the church with St. Augustine in the front. Ah, look at this. They have some whispering pines here. That's a whispering pine tree. Lord knows I know about whispering pines. This is a small one and it's 4 foot wide. I took down about 40 of these, up to 8 foot in diameter, with root systems that were almost as big as this circle that you see here, this compass around St. Augustine. At mile marker 82. Mile marker 82 in Plantation, no, Alamorada. I took down about 40 of those whispering pine trees. They give nice shade. They grow in salty soil, and boy, they have root systems that go right through the coral. So with that, I'm going to say good morning. Today is September, I think, 7th? No. Today is September 9th. And they have, in fact, painted the skies, in case you haven't noticed. The lines were in full gear half an hour ago when we were leaving the house to come here from Alona Beach. And they were straight across the sky. And I just didn't have the opportunity to take advantage of that aspect. You could see this is the wispy stuff. I wonder what God thinks about them painting the sky, painting over his majestic creation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a segment of the property that I haven't reviewed yet. It may very well be where they do the christening. I'm not familiar with these ceremonies in the Philippines. Now, as you can see, this part of the facility has been renovated. And when I had gotten here, originally, the entire church and all the structures incorporated into the church were pretty much, they were intact, even though there was an earthquake in Bohol the year before I got here in 2013. But they all, this is the original lintel on top of the pillars, and then there's another one on the far right. You can see this church had very little, if any, damage. When I got here, I did not see any damage, although an engineer may have saw damage. And on the gate is inscribed, or in lettered, I don't know, I can't see it so well, Ad Jezum, Paramari, and then the letter M, surrounded by whispering pines. This is quite a big churchyard, I'll tell you that. Now, let's see if there's anything over here. There's more. They have an area for a stage area over here and a basketball court. I would imagine there's that housing facility in the back is for the Catholic school teachers and nuns. Let's go around the back of this venue here. Now, I don't know the age of this church. I guess I could look it up and put it in the notes. It's quite old. I would imagine it's more than 100 years old. I should have asked the priest. I'm going to get the priest's name. Now, this is all coral. The finished stone is coral, and the stone that they filled it with is also coral. There's a big coral wall. If it was flat, it would be a great place to play handball. Okay. So I'm just meandering around the yard. And that's the church from the side. Looks like it has a new roof, which it does. That I remember them putting on when I first got here. And here's the San Augustine Academy. This was the first church I visited when I got to the Philippines. My landlord thought it would be a good experience for me to see the fiesta. No. I apologize. It was Easter in the Philippines. And it was interesting. But everything that you see here, every square foot of everything in this entire video was filled solid with people. Wall to wall people. And actually, there were too many people for me to feel comfortable with. So let's go up to the ceremony itself. We're going to have to walk around this way. Now, one thing I want to tell you again, I wanted to show you something. In the Philippines, when you're walking, you might see the camera shake a little bit, and I'll tell you why. The roads and also the tree roots, they rip up this. They rip up the path. This is what's left of the path. So you could be walking on a perfectly flat, plain piece of concrete. You could be walking on something flat like that at night and run into this, which is the rubble left over from that root system from this whispering pine. This is the rotunda. Okay, I'm going to have to walk around the outside to get a close-up of the mass itself. A special trip. Ain't that the truth? This is one of those bicycles that they go around and sell these products. I don't know how old that bicycle is. It looks quite ancient. And then they fry up these foods, tempura. Mayong buntag.
I see you in September when summer is gone.
Okay, we're going to go around.
Kunya, sa mga puno, mga bingi, is Tagalog pa.
3 on a motorcycle. That's a small load. I've seen 6. I've seen a lot of 5s, few 6s, and there probably have been more. Look at this. Look what I found. May buntag Daisy May. Now this is where they congregate outside. It's pretty warm inside, I'll tell you that. Oh my God. Guapo. Guapo. You're like a movie star. Daisy. Walk with me so they don't think that I'm filming for no reason at all. People give you crazy looks when you're by yourself with a camera around children.
Kay bungol ba siya? Di man siya makatungog. Subak siya sumay-sumayon ba? Wala siya kasundugan. No? Siya usawa na ni konsulti, di yun na makasulti. Kaya naman wak siya masulat. Luto ko na pugdila. Kapoy ubang taasar nila, tabian na po. Ang inila na mag-awit si Freddy Aguilar, no? Doon na siya ay kantang naguluhan, bulag, pipi at bini. Yan himo ni sikat, no? Nagtulong ka mga tao na may kapansanan. Pagkunan ng mensahe mga igsuon, mutha, bungol o aman. Ipasabot sa mga awit ni Freddy Aguilar na bisan sa kahintang sa mga buta, bisan sa kahintang sa mga amang, bisan sa kahintang sa mga bungol, matawag niya po nato silang mga bulahan. Sa may kabulahan o buta, sa may makabulahan sa amang, sa may makabulahan sa bungol. Una, ang buta-bulahan kuno kay layo sa kasalanan. Kay kinig atong mga mata, dali ra makakita, mo'y makasaog una sa mga balaway o mga sanawayon nga mapananaw. Ikaduha, ang amang pod dili pod siya makahimo pagdaot sa ubang mga tao. Di siya makahimong liba. Di siya makadaot. Di siya magbutang-butang. Ano man, amang man. Kung ikatulo, ang bungol, labaw ng bungol. Huwag madunggan. Huwag kagupot. Huwag siya bagot-butan. Kaya huwag man siya nadunggan. So, mulahan. Diba? Ang mga pagbasa karon Dominguha mga igsuon, nagpakita na nato og mga rason. Nganong ang mga tao nga may kawadon sama sa butan, sama sa amang ubungol, tawgon na sila mga bulahan. Nasa. Bulahan.
Buntag. Let's take a walk.
Dukul sa kasing-kasing.
We'll go back by the water. By the Dagat. Mayan buntag. Mayan buntag. Hello. Mayan buntag. Now they used to build boats back here when I first got to the Philippines. I remember they had a boat building facility back here. Okay. I'll be back here. Now I'm not real sure. This could be the original belfry, or could have been a lookout, like a lighthouse, or what we call in Florida, well, a widow walk, but I think it was a lighthouse. I know where these tanks are going. There's an island called Balikasag that they have big tourist centers, a big tourist business. Not far from here. I could swim there on a good day. On a day like today. It's only about 4 kilometers. Oh no, this is a saltwater setup. This is, I'm wrong about these tanks. This is some kind of, I'm not real sure what this is. I would have thought they were going to Balikasag. And the wind blows in here and catches the debris. And there's not much you can do about it. This is one of the few cutouts that are not natural in the Philippines. Now, far in the distance is a small island. And on the far side of that island, not much further and a little bit to the right, is Balikasag. It's only, like I said, 4 kilometers or so. Maybe 5. So with that, I'm going to end this video. And you could see that the Philippines is not like America, where they leave this pump out, unprotected, oh, they have a chain. Look at the size of that chain. Not chained up. And out in the open. And that's why I like the Philippines. There's not a lot of crime here, and you don't have to lock everything up like you're going to leave for a half a century to come back. When you leave, your stuff is usually there when you get home. And I've not heard of any theft other than petty theft. They don't even steal bicycles here. So, with that, thanks for watching my videos, and the next part of this video should be the christening, and we're going to put all of these together later. And God day to everybody from Michael Fazio and Daisy May in the Philippines, baby.
It's more fun in the Philippines, baby.
More fun in the Philippines, baby.